Indeed, welcome to the 636 Club. Good morning. Farmer Pete here, as the jingle suggested. How are you all? Ruth has said good morning from a dark Kintyre, from the beautiful Mull of Kintyre. Is it Mull of Kintyre or Kintyre? Two different places? Excuse me if I'm getting mixed up. And Celia says good morning from a warm Johannesburg. Wow, good morning to you. What's it like? 6:30. Oops, sorry, YouTube. I've just knocked you over. 6:36 rules apply as ever. You have to let me know where you are in the world and what's your weather like, and I will jolly well do the same for you. We are here in the beautiful southwest of Scotland, just outside Dumfries, and it's pretty glorious this morning. I know you can't see much. Look, pretty dark. And I didn't catch who was first on this morning, sorry. But thank you everybody for joining me. If you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, streaming the way we should be on YouTube, horizontally. So you should get a full view of the darkness as we walk out. I don't know what kind of a sunrise we are going to have this morning. It is pretty dark, isn't it? Look at that. And Linda says, a pretty dark, cold morning up in Aberdeen. Dark, damp Essex, says Suzanne. And Alexander didn't get a notification. Cool Elk Point, Alberta, Canada, in the house this morning from Karen. Good morning. Let me see where else. Good morning from a chilly southwest Virginia, says Nora. Amazing. Love to see where you are all from. You can join me on a beautiful, I mean, it's not even, listen. Can you hear those birds? What kind of bird is that? For those twitchers amongst you, if you can hear it, let us know in the comments if you know what kind of bird that is. Jackie Stewart from Dumbarton, but not the racing driver. Jackie, we have met. I remember you telling me your name, and I wouldn't forget it, and I certainly didn't. Good morning to you. And I was, oh dear. What is wrong, darling? What's all the noise? You looking found in distress, but she's not. She says, I don't know what she's thinking or wanting. I've been round, checked everybody. They're all nice and relaxed this morning. The lights in the sheds were all out overnight, so they had a nice dark, quiet night. It's very mild this morning for October, the 15th of October. Can you believe it? And the weather, Sunday, and yesterday, we've had the most amazing weather here in Scotland. I think I'm safe to say. Certainly, Trish's Toys, myself, Farmer Alice, we're up in Edinburgh on Sunday, as our supporters and members will already know. But for those of you who aren't in our supporters group will not know this, but the weather in Edinburgh on Sunday was amazing. And yesterday we had the most glorious autumn day. It was a bit chilly, sun was out, it was calm. It was just a beautiful autumn day, and it looks like we're heading for the same today, but no frost. Oh, we are having a sunrise. Look over there. Looks like we're heading for the same today, but no frost this morning. This morning's devotions, as I was looking last night to share with you this morning, I came across this, and it was so beautiful, and I couldn't wait to share it with you this morning. From our devotions this morning, it's the whole chapter, all right? But do not panic. There's only 5 verses from Psalm 100. And it's a psalm of thanksgiving. Shout with joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him singing with joy. Acknowledge that the Lord is God. He made us and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Go into his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. For the Lord is good. His unfailing love continues forever, and his faithfulness continues to each generation. Does that not send a shiver down your spine? A beautiful, wonderful psalm. And may the Lord bless the reading of his word this Tuesday morning. Yes. What is it? I've got a few blueberry treats left in a bucket here. They're all joining in. Listen, they're all joining in. They're waking up. It's a bit like when you wake up and you look. You need a cup of coffee. Here we are. There you go, darling. How's that? Oh, a wee squeaky Eeyore down there. Listen to that. Are you coming up to get one? Here you go, Baba. There you are. Can you manage that one? There you are. Here you are, Willow. Here. You take that. The Willow is very much part of we're doing with the kids in the local area, and I'll say Scotland in a whole. I think Dumfries and Galloway, as I've been telling you, get 2 weeks half-term break at this time of the year. Is what we call the tatty holidays. Traditionally, we would have had a week off to help with the potato harvest when they had to be done manually. So we call them the tatty holidays. But we get 2 weeks. Yes, 2. This is the first week. Next week's the second one. But other parts of Scotland only get a week. But I think that week is this week. So it's making it for quite a busy week, which is great. As I say, come on, darling. What is it? There's no. Oh man. I wonder what she's saying. There's one out this morning. This lovely white lady here has decided she's not staying in there any longer, and she's come out and she's thinking or saying something, but who knows? We can only guess. 2 weeks is a long half term. Well, it is quite at this time of the year, yeah, but if I bet the teachers aren't saying that, or if you're in the position you've got a employment that you can take 2 weeks at this time of the year, it's a wonderful time to nip off for a little bit of autumn / early winter sunshine before it get to, there's plenty of choice at the minute because the Mediterranean and Greece, etc., are still quite warm at this time of the year. When we were in Greece for our Holly Blogs back in September, it's great seeing the way other places operate and their different culture. But, I mean, wonderfully warm, extremely warm summers. And even over to the likes of Turkey, which I think Turkey continued to operate throughout the winter. But Greece, certainly where we were in Crete, amazing, huge hotels and resorts. Come the end of October, they all close down for the winter because the weather is not hot enough to justify, or they don't get the volume of tourists to justify keeping them open. So a lot of the kind of get us being nosy and loving to find out what other people do and what kind of lifestyle they have. It kind of gets embarrassing because we end up asking too many questions. Sorry, I'll take that back. Trish says stop asking questions. But it's great knowing how people, is anybody else as nosy as that? But yeah, so what we can gather, they work from April. All the facilities, hotels and cafes, etc., open up at the beginning of April, and everybody works their socks off all summer, pretty much 7 days a week. And come end of October, beginning of November, they all close down and enjoy some downtime over the winter. So Again, why I'm telling you this and how I got here, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're we're here now. Susie says, "How's Marvel?" Marvel has got a very sore leg, and she was in with her pals in, what do you call those? You know those things, inverted commas, and I think somebody has give her a bash or a knock. Scary? Have you anything to say for yourself? We're not saying who it could have been, but she has got a very sore back right leg. Peter the vet, was here inspecting her yesterday afternoon, and he reckons it's her knee, but there's no ligament damage or anything broken. He gave her a painkiller and an anti-inflammatory, which will last her for a couple of days. But you can see she's quite happy. She's up eating. It's just she can't really put any weight on it. So she's fine, other than she's got a very sore leg, unfortunately. And we also had Peter looking at, which one were you? This little girl. Is it this little girl here? One with a red collar. Where is it? You haven't got a red collar. Must have been this little girl here, because she's not doing so well. This one here with the red collar. Although she's eating fine, and everything's working. Food's going in, food's coming out. But she seems very weak. He had a listen to her lungs, and she's got very raspy lungs. And he thinks it is the aftermath of some historical, even though she's quite young, historical pneumonia, and she's not breathing very well. So we'll just need to try and nurse that little baby through. We've got a wee bit of a hospital pen in here. I know Ben was on yesterday afternoon. He had two very long streams yesterday, one with the supporters, and excuse me, we had the new warbles arrived, a new sheep that he bought in Stornoway, or that Ali Williamson bought for us in Stornoway, arrived yesterday. And I think I didn't see his stream yesterday afternoon because I was dealing with Peter the vet at the time. And yes, so the new sheep are here, and I'll tell a lie. When Farmer Joe went to pick them up, because the transportation that was bringing them down from Dingwall, I'm going around to see what's wrong with this goat. They are based in Longtown, which is a little town just between here and Carlisle. It's only like 20 miles away. Carlisle is a city in the north of England, just over the border. So Longtown's kind of a few miles from Carlisle. And Joe went down there to pick them up yesterday. And they must have been rather hungry, because when he arrived back, what's wrong? What is it? Can we help you? Can we help you? What's wrong? I don't know what's wrong. You have to, there's no reason shouting. It's all right, all right? You look perfectly fine. she's just, I think she was just in a bad mood. It just happens sometimes, doesn't it? Are you? You're going to be quiet? Right. So Joe picked them up yesterday, and he arrived back. We were just about to unload them as Peter the vet arrived, as those of you who were watching Ben's stream yesterday would know. So we let them out of the trailer into the field with the Herdwicks that we got last week from George. And as soon as they got off the trailer into the field, their heads were down, enjoying some lovely lush Dumfries and Galloway green grass. So they're home, and they arrived in a perfect condition and on a very beautiful day. Let's go. I see one or two of you asking how's Peggy. Amanda says she wants cake. She does want cake. She does. But sometimes I want doesn't get. I don't know if it's. I don't actually know if it's just cake she wants. I'm not sure. I don't know. She's misbehaving. Misbehaving. Are you going to be sharing the Herdwick's tales? Says Sheila. Well, apparently that's what is recommended to do to help with the breeding process. So yes, we're going to be looking at that. We are. Sue reckons she sounds like she could be in season calling for the meal. You might not be far away, Sue. You may have hit the jolly old nail on the head there. She could be calling for Stinky Barry or Stinky, whatever his name is over here. There, I must say, and it's nice because up here this morning, it's just us this morning, you and me and a few goats. So it is very lovely. But in the silence, I mean, the silence isn't going to help the smell, but there is a perfect aroma of these three stinkies over here. It's quite undeniable. Again, if we had some kind of smelly vision kind of thing, you know, you could enjoy it better if you'd want to. Hello, girls. Are you? Everybody nice and relaxed looking, aren't they? And again, talking about them coming into season, we had Ben and I and the team were having a discussion. They got all the cake here from yesterday, from the visitors that they have spilt. Usually Dennis is out hoovering a lot of this out, but even Dennis can't take that much down. We were having a discussion as to when the Tups and the Rams are going in with the girls, because, for instance, a sheep's gestation period is, if the Tups, the males, go in with them on the 1st of November, we should be looking for lambs about the 26th of March. So it's 5 days less, 5 months. Look at Winnie here with her babies. She's got all four. One. Help me count. I can just see heads. Winnie's in the middle. James is at this side. Cairn is the other side. Romeo's at the far away one. And that must be at the far side over there. Hey, Wonky. Whoa! But hold her clap. Hey, Wonky, how are you doing? That must be Juliet, just at the far side there. Yes, you love your babies, don't you? Look at that. That beautiful, beautiful thing. Peggy, Pete, the vet, was here yesterday, as we said, looking at Marvel and checking out that little Royal Golden Guernsey. But he was also here to take the cast off Peggy's leg, which we did, and she's healed very, very well. And she knows we want to see her walking about, so she's continuing to lie there. But the good thing is, her legs, a lot of good things coming out of this. Her legs healed. She's walking on it. She's doing fine. But also, she's actually still in the pen this morning. So putting the cast on kind of cut out the option for her to jump. You know, the way she used to jump every... If you don't know the story of Peggy, here she is. She's one that we bought in... Oh, when? How long ago would it be? 6 weeks, would I say? 6 weeks? But she... When Ben went to pick her up, the lady said, "Oh, this one's just one that we..." I think the story was, this one, she was a feral goat, and we've just acquired her, or somehow came across her. So feral meaning she just jumped everywhere, and she did. Jumped and jumped and jumped. Until one day she jumped one of the gates, but she didn't clear it properly, and she got her back leg stuck in the top rail of the gate and snapped it clean in two. So she's had a cast on for, must be like 4 weeks now, is it? And so it was due to come off yesterday. I was worried when the cast came off, when she healed completely, she would start jumping again. But thankfully, she's still in there this morning. So yes, the breeding process, what was talking about, and you're all correct that you're putting in here, that we're planning to do them in 2 batches, because just now there's the bulk of 200 sheep and whatever goats we've got in here. There could be 60-ish goats. Look how many pygmy goats there is. And that's a lot of pygmy goats to be having babies, isn't it? Because these are the ones that, except Crazy Cathy over in the corner there, rocking her pink collar, she will not be having babies. We have tried, but for some way, she evades the billy goat. No billy goat has conquered her yet. Mind you, she's not the best. In fact, she's a terrible mum, and that's why we've got Birdie, because that was Birdie's mum. Was she interested in her or wanting anything to do with her in the slightest? No, not at all. Even from the word go. So, yeah, it's probably best Crazy Cathy doesn't have any more babies. So we're planning to do them 2 batches, hopefully starting very late March, be it with some sheep or goats, I'm not sure, we haven't just decided, but hopefully, and with the way the Easter half term, we call it Easter because it is Easter. I know some of the schools or different regions, like Dumfries and Galloway, etc. Can't speak for anybody else, but I know Dumfries and Galloway have decided to not call it the Easter holidays. They're calling it the spring break, right? But we're still going to call it the Easter holidays. So Easter holidays next year. Dumfries and Galloway get off the first 2 weeks in April. And then, because Easter is very late, they go back to school for 4 days, and then they're off for Good Friday and Easter Monday. But other regions around the country get off the middle 2 weeks in April, and then some other regions, if I'm not mistaken, actually get off the week before Easter and the week after. So it means there's going to be kids off school on their Easter holidays most of April next year. So we're hoping to have some form of lambing live, be it sheep or goats, if going right through April. So if you're coming to visit us next spring, in whatever part of April, hey Wonky, yes, you just want to give me a bite, don't you? There should be birth taking place. So it means we'll do put 100 sheep to the ram, probably the 1st of November, and we'll keep a batch back, and they won't go into the ram till maybe the early mid April, and the same with the goats. So exciting times ahead. Can't believe we're actually talking about next April. Stephanie says April will be busy. Yes, it's yes, we're planning, unless something natural happens, we're planning for Winnie, who's had her 4 babies and still got her 4 babies with her, who's had her 6 babies, I should say. Of course, we lost one at birth, and then we lost Spot not so long ago. She still got her babies, so yes, she'll be having a year off unless something happens, very late on, and she has late babies next year. Don't know, but for just now, she's happy where she is, and her babies are happy with her. Barbara says Birdie's being a brat just now. Where is Birdie? But to be truthful, she is. Where is she? There she is, down here. The Birdie's one of our beautiful babies, and she was raised, as I said, on the bottle because her mum's Crazy Cathy, and she's starting to kind of develop some of Crazy Cathy's traits, being kind of, as they would say in Scotland, kind of thrawn and ill-natured, which means she's kind of got bad temper. But we can all be guilty of that sometimes, can't we? I'm just watching your comments now. And Sheila's saying, good morning, Squintmouth. Yes. Everybody say good morning to Squintmouth. Look at her. Isn't she... Doesn't she just do your heart good on a beautiful Tuesday morning? Mitzi says, I'm excited for Christmas. No, you're not allowed to say that word at the minute. All right, because we're in pumpkins. We're in beautiful, wonderful autumn. And I hope, I can't express how much when the weather's like this. Oh, look, guys, look at this. When the weather's like this, and we get days like we did yesterday, where it's dry and it's cold, and the sun's out, it's just the most wonderful time of the year. And it's just a blessing when you get days like this every day. Now, we are set. Now, as they say, and as you all know, and you will, I'll see the comments coming through, red sky in the morning, but I don't know if that is classed as red sky in the morning. Is that not just a sunrise? Ellen says on YouTube, still quite cold here in Donaghadee, my hometown. Wow. Good morning, Ellen. Yes, I mean, we wouldn't be running about in a t-shirt this morning, but it's nowhere. Yesterday morning we had to defrost the car because it was that, there was a heavy... In fact, yesterday we always tell you we open at 9:15 in the diner, Dulscone Diner, for breakfast, but the farm park doesn't open until 10. And the boys were getting organised yesterday, and Monday morning, it's always busy with different things. Farmer Joe phones me, he says, you'll have to postpone opening the park because any bits in the park, like the trampolines and some of the, we call it the wet pour, the soft pour that's, how do you describe it? The soft surface that they put down under outdoor play equipment. You see it in the park, sometimes coloured, sometimes just one colour, that. It's like a plastic, but it's soft. Have I described that properly? When the frost gets in that, it can get very slippy. And our outdoor trampolines, again, when the frost gets in those, they get kind of wet and yeah, just not comfortable because you have to have your sock, just being your socks. So what am I trying to say? I don't know. When the sun doesn't get to those bits, when it's a low sun in the morning, it takes a while to burn off. So we had to postpone opening the park yesterday until 10:30, till the sun got up and out. So yeah, we're getting to that time of the year, but that's all right. It made up for it. In more ways than you could imagine yesterday with the beautiful sunshine. Geraldine O'Keefe, love your name, Geraldine. Very mild and muggy here in County Leo. Did I say that right? That is where the ploughing match was. Is it Loss Leo? I can't remember. In Ireland. Mild and muggy. Wow. And Katrina says, like soft tarmac. Very good way to describe it. Yes, the wet pour under some of the play equipment. Vicky says, wow, I will be decorating soon for Christmas. Wow. Oh, Debbie, you're not keeping so well. So sorry to hear that. And we will keep you in our prayers. Get those decorations up. There's nothing more beautiful than to help cheer you up at this time of the year when you're not feeling so good. Prayers for you, Debbie. And Wendy says, good evening from a very chilly Dundee in New Zealand, is that? So those of you who are just awakening, enjoying the sunrise, some of you haven't been to bed yet. In fact, it could well be still yesterday somewhere. It could still be Monday. And some of you have had your day and you're thinking about heading off to bed. Lorna says, Pete, you have 2 shopaholic kids. Did you know that? What have they been? Why? Why are you saying this, Lorna? What's going on? Yeah, well, I do know, actually. I have one that's got a total obsession with buying machinery. We know that. Mainly trailers. He likes buying trailers, all right? And I think you might be referring to Farmer Ben's post on the supporters last night, as I did see that he's found some more. I'm just marveling at that beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm sorry for staring at it for so long, but it's worth it. Kirsten says, morning from a scorching Turkey. Lovely. Enjoy your break. Yes, Farmer Ben says I've seen a post. He hasn't told me this yet, but I've seen it, that he's found some more Herdwick sheep. And that's a no. We have plenty Herdwick sheep just now, all right? Don't need any more sheep at the minute, all right? I think we've maybe maxed out. You will see that the Herdwicks are not in here. One of those wee donkeys, look at the Pixie and Clover, is in season because they're jumping on each other over there. Not what age are they now? Not be terribly long before they can go in with Dinky, our new. That'll be exciting. Pixie and Clover came to us. How long have we had them now? Ben went to pick them up from Cannon Hall. Talking about Cannon Hall, Rob and Dave were up at the sale, the Highland Cattle Society sale, at Oban, which took place. The show was on Sunday. Hello Polo, which is just seems strange to me. And the sale was yesterday. Now, we had planned to go up there with the intention of buying a Highland heifer. But I'm saying it was all pretty last minute. We had intentions a few weeks ago. And we thought this would be a good idea. Because it's a kind of creme de la creme of Highland cattle that go up there, because it's the Highland Cattle Society. But we got busy, and did we slightly forget about it? Yes. And then we realised the sale was on yesterday, but by the time we remembered on Sunday, it was all too late to organise going up, etc., etc. So, but we found out you could bid, or the sale was live streamed on YouTube, and you could have the facility to bid online if you knew what you were looking for. So we investigated that yesterday morning, but we're too late to register, etc. But the crux of it is we never got there. I mean, we weren't able to bid online, so we didn't get one. But the good news is, now listen to this, there's another sale in February. So that's very exciting. Right. So this is what happens when a donkey's in season. All right. Don't think they're biting each other or hurting each other. It's not. This is just natural donkey behaviour. Talking about donkeys, now I did meant to say to you and bring this. I don't think I've mentioned this before, but when we were on our holly blogs in Greece, we talked about Greece earlier on this morning. We were in one of the little shops in one of the towns somewhere, and we came across, and I actually bought some, and I meant to bring it to show you, some donkey milk products. Have I mentioned this to you before? And I did not know this was actually a thing you could get in the world. We got some donkey milk soap, and I think we got some donkey milk hand cream. But if anybody out there knows anything about donkey milk and how you would actually milk a donkey for commercial production, never heard of that, but we would really know. I would really love to know more information about it. Obviously, there's a lot of donkeys in Greece. Now, I am originally in Ireland before we left, and my dad was a dairy farmer for all his days until we left Ireland, and he was kind of fed up with it to some degree, and he wanted to change. And one of the reasons of moving to Scotland, because at the time was back in the 70s, was that if you sold, and that's why so many farmers from Northern Ireland made the journey across the Irish Sea, was because if you sold your farm in Ireland if you had 100 acres, the money you would have got for 100 acres would buy you 200 acres over here, so you could double the size of your farm for the same money. And that was one of the reasons he wanted to move. And also one of the reasons was he had enough of dairying, because when we moved he would have been in his 50s, and he wanted a change of farming practices. Well, certainly changed into something now, but that's another story. So dairying, and I can still remember with great affection helping out in the milking parlour in the afternoon and feeding calves, etc. So dairying is very much in my veins, and I know you can milk cows, obviously, and you can milk goats, that Farmer Ben has referred to, and of course you can milk sheep now. But never in my wildest dreams did I know that you could milk donkeys. So maybe it's something we need to investigate and follow up in maybe it could be a 636 club field trip someday. We'll hop on a plane to Greece and head off in search of a donkey milking parlour. Yeah, can you imagine? Who's up for that? Who's up for a field trip? Barbara says, coffee time, but loving the story. Thank you, Barbara. Well, coffee time. Oh, it's 7:20. Now, you see now, you have all kept me talking. All right, I'm taking no blame for this. I don't know how it's got to 7:20. Kingpin, how are you doing? Are you coming over to see us? Mr. Stinky? Are you all right? Here he is in all his beautiful majesty. I wondered what that was, and that you just can't see it because it's too dark. I could just see something moving in that shed, and to me it looked like a turkey. Yeah? Like a turkey. It was just the head of the donkey which was moving. Hello. Are you Brenda? Or are you Ellie? Just, who knows? Not sure. Or, no, this is... It's either Brenda and Ellie and her baby, who is... Come on, competition time. Who is Brenda's or Ellie's? I think it's Brenda, isn't it? Yeah. Catherine says, I'll go on a road trip to Greece. Listen, I'm up for it. I'm up for anything. Her baby's called. Come on. Waiting. Bailey, thank you, Emma. You get the gold star this morning. Kingpin, oh, look. He's doing a bit of sniffing. Look at that for a beautiful specimen of a rock and cool Royal Guernsey Billy Goat. He's looking over at his ladies who are just next door here. Yeah. I think he likes them. Now, the plan is he's going to have to wait a wee while longer before he goes and meets his ladies. I don't think we're planning on kidding the... Oh, yes, you come over... No, I'm not going to stroke you, all right. Okay. You're beautiful, but, you know. Oh, good old shake. He's a magnificent beast, isn't he? He's having a good old stretch. Yes, you are. You're very, very smelly. Yeah. Come on. Up you come. There's a boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Now, I kid you not. If you get a little bit of Kingpin on your finger, you're going to be smelling that all day, all right? Saying that, now, somebody... Now, it's not like Farmer Joe. Right, Kingpin, we'll see you later, because it's coffee time, all right? Okay. Say bye-bye to the 636ers. Some lovely person... Oh, look, I was going to go back and see the sunrise, but we'll see it from here. Some lovely person sent us in it looks like a bar of soap, but it's actually a piece of metal. Same shape as a bar of soap, but I think it's stainless steel. And it just sits at the sink. I wondered what it was actually. It sits at the sink in the workshop. And if you wash your hands and then wash your hands with that, use it like you would use a bar of soap, it takes anything smelly that's on your hands off them. And it's very unlike Farmer Joe to comment on anything, or if he does comment on something that's saying it's good, it usually is very good. But he swears by this stainless steel shaped piece of soap. So whoever it was sent this in, amazing. Yes, stainless steel, says Margaret. Alexander says, thanks for an amazing live as usual, Pete. Enjoy your coffee and the rest of your day. Alexander, don't go away. We're not finished. Wait. I know I've kept you too long. I'm sorry. So yes, whoever... I don't know if anybody else has heard of this with stainless steel, but yeah. Takes the smelly stuff off your... Sharon says garlic soap. I mean, there's lots of nice smells in the world. But... And lots of nice tastes in the world. But I mean, the morning after you have the garlic, it doesn't help your breath, does it? Lemon juice does it as well. Yeah, right, okay. Loving the suggestions coming here. Thank you very much. Right. We shall get into our trusty steed here and head down. And she's still at it. Don't know what it is, darling. You're just going to have to wait, all right? She's... What? I don't know. Just don't know. Can't tell you. I'll leave you with the sunrise this Tuesday morning. Hang on. We'll go like this, just to prove that I am here. There, you see? It's not one of those AI bots. Thank you for joining me on this morning's 636 Club. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed your company. And if I haven't seen your comment, I apologise. I'd love to go through them later on and have a wee look and see what I've missed. But it's going to be, if you're in southwest Scotland, or Scotland indeed, I reckon you're going to have a beautiful day. Tomorrow we might need a brawley, all right? I think we're set for a little bit of rain tomorrow. But let's enjoy today for what it is. Lots of fun going on at Dulscone with your pumpkin picking. We've got our scavenger hunt for the kids as well. Or not just for the kids. Anybody can take part. You can go around and everybody seems to be enjoying that. So yeah, lots going on for the 15th of October. So thank you again for joining me on the 636 Club. We will be back, God willing, on Friday morning. And hope you can join me then. We'll keep you updated between now and then with Farmer Ben's posts, etc. So from Farmer Pete and Trish's Toys and the whole team, enjoy your wonderful Tuesday. God bless. Ta-da. Bye-bye.